Court documents show that Janie Pettisclo, the mother you see here, who is accused of killing her 4-year-old daughter and attempting to kill her 2-year-old son, was in a custody battle when the stabbings took place yesterday.
WDSU's Eli Brand joins us live from outside the courthouse, or outside the house where those stabbings took place. Eli.
Well, what we're told is that those stabbings allegedly took place around 11 a.m. Sunday morning. Police say Pettisclo was arrested soon after that. Now, that petition for custody was filed in April by the father. He described the environment that he says his kids were living in. Court documents filed in April show the children's father claimed Janie Pettisclo was not providing the 2- and 4-year-olds a healthy and stable environment. His fears turned into reality this past weekend when officers say she stabbed both of her children, killing her 4-year-old daughter. The 2-year-old boy is still fighting for his life. Months before, their father also claimed she was under the influence of non-prescription pills and only allowed him to see the children in her home. He was requesting visitation with the kids every weekend. Laura Canizaro Rodriguez is a lawyer who has worked with people who have pled insanity in the past. She says the act by the mother, accompanied by an Instagram video that appears to have been shared live by her after the stabbings, shows this could be heading in that direction.
I would subsequently expect to see the defense raise a not guilty by reason of insanity plea. And essentially what they would be saying is that at the time of the offense, she was insane and not able to determine right from wrong.
Dr. Rochelle Head Dunham is a mental health specialist who says a situation like this clearly shows some kind of mental health issue.
We have to assume that there is the potential that people are going to act in aggressive, impulsive, not well thought through ways when they're in situations on a chronic basis that are not allowing them to exercise good judgment, to see the hope in progress in their own lives and in the people around them.
It is unclear when a trial in the case could begin, but Rodriguez says if an insanity plea is successful, it won't mean freedom for the mother.
If a jury finds a defendant not guilty by reason of insanity, then they're not released. They are sent to a mental hospital where they are not allowed to just leave the facility. They are maintained within the facility to receive treatment, and then they will be evaluated on a regular basis to determine if at any time they can be restored back into society.
I also spoke to the mediator in that custody petition. He said that Pettisclo never responded to his request for communication. Reporting, Eli Brandt, WDSU News.